Hi everyone, this is Mrs. V Chan. Welcome to my Form 4 Accounting Lesson 2. And today is 20th February of 2020. Alright, so today I'm going to show you another past exam question, which is in 2010. And also we have 3-column cash book. Alright, so before we look at the question, let's do some revision again. So this is the cash book. Alright, so 3-column means what? We have these 3 columns on the debit side: discounts, cash, and bank. Alright, so do you still remember what is the discount on the debit side? Which is discounts allowed, right? Remember that? Okay, and also since this is 3-column cash book, we also have 3 columns on the credit side. So we have discount column, cash column, and bank column. Okay, so what is this discount on the credit side? Which is discounts received that we have learned in the previous lesson. Is that right? And also now we have the debit side, which is positive for cash column and bank column. What does mean positive? That means we have cash received and then we have check received from customers, right? And then credit side, which is negative. This time we pay cash and this time we pay check. Alright, now here is the past exam question that I'm going to show you today. Alright, okay, so and for this part you don't need to worry about that because you will have to learn all the things and the knowledge in chapter 7. And in the coming lesson, so we will have this chapter 7. Okay, so let's go back to what we need to do for today's lesson, which is prepare 3-column cash book and then ignore this. So we will do this after we have learned chapter 7. Okay, so let's start. So let's look at the beginning balance, the opening balance. We have cash and then we have bank overdraft. So what is bank overdraft? Again, which is current liability and which is negative in the bank column, so it must be a credit balance. So we start with this opening balance in our cash book here: cash this much and bank, which is negative. So this is a credit balance and this is bank overdraft. Now we come to the first transaction on March 2nd, and then be very, very careful about the discount here and the cash discount here. So let us do this step by step. Now here is the picture and the analysis for that. Okay, here we do it step by step. Okay, so on 25th of February we have this information. So sales with a list price 8,000 were made to a customer at a discount of 10%. Okay, so look at this 10%. This 10% should be a kind of trade discounts. And remember, do we have double entry for trade discounts? We don't have double entry for trade discount, but however, trade discount will be deducted directly from the list price. So the transaction is happened on 25th of February. So here, so 25th of February, what do we debit and what do we credit? So we made sales on 25th February, so we credit sales. However, be very careful. This is the list price and then 10%, which is trade discount. So after 10%, that will be 90%. And then since we have no money received yet, so the debtors owe us money. And the updated name for debtors in DSE is trade receivable. Okay, so therefore 8 times 9 is 7,800. Sorry, 7,200, and this is also 7,200. Okay, so this is what happened on 25th of February. Okay, so since we are doing the cash book in March, so this transaction will not affect the answer in part A, but we need analysis to do it step by step. Okay, now we come to the second part. The customer settled his account balance by check after deducting a 3% cash discount. And what's the date for setting the balance, which is on March of 2nd. So here on March of 2nd, we have this double entry. Okay, so since we have sales, so therefore we are going to receive money right? So receive money from debtor, and which is trade receivable. Here I credit trade receivable, and which is 7,200. Okay, since we have this another 3%, therefore when we receive check, we don't receive 3%, we receive only 97%. Okay, so you can see which side is smaller. We have debit side, which is smaller, which is 3%. Okay, so what is this 3%? The debit item, so that it must be discount allowed. Are you okay? So that, let me use calculator. So that would be 7,200 times 0.97 for the check received, so 6,984, and then minus 7,200, which is 216 here. Are you okay? So you can see this analysis, and then we do it step by step. It's very, very important. Okay, so now here, let us do posting. So here is the 3-column cash flow, and the transaction is here. So debit bank, so 6,984, and then we have 216 for discounts. Okay, and the dates on 2nd of March. Okay, and then we receive check from trade receivable, which is same as debtor. All right, so this is it. Okay, so again, whenever we come to complicated or difficult transactions, we do and analyze the things step by step. Now here is a new term for you. From the proceeds of cash sales. So what is the meaning proceeds? Proceeds means money received from cash sales. Okay, so that is pay 1,000 for cash purchases of trading goods and bank the remaining 4,600. Now this is a difficult transaction, I think, in this question, so I'll give a highlight to that. Okay, and then we do analysis step by step. Okay, so let me see. So here is the analysis. Here are the dates on 5th of March. Okay, we do this step by step. Okay, and the question says from the proceeds of cash sales, so therefore we make sales. Okay, and then we receive cash. Okay, and 1,000 for cash purchases of trading goods and bank the remaining of 4,600. But the point is, we are not given how much being received after cash sales. We don't know, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so let me put this in the box. Okay, but later on, so after receiving this cash, I credit cash. So according to the question, and then it says pay 1,000 for cash purchases. So I have here for purchases. Okay, and purchases is always a debit item, so I put 1,000 on debit side. And then bank the remaining. What is meaning of bank the remaining? That means we put cash into the bank account, so debit bank, and which is 4,600. Are you okay? So far we have this information. Okay, so therefore we debit purchases 1,000, credit bank 4,600. So therefore, how much altogether here? It would be 5,600. Okay, so good. So therefore, we can go back to the previous transaction, and then we can work out 5,600 here, which is cash received from sales. All right, so the step will be, we do this number 1, number 2, and we work out cash. All right, and then number 4 here and number 6. So this is, this is number 5. Okay, so this is how we do things step by step using double entry to solve the problem. Are you okay? All right, now we come to posting step by step again. So debit cash, I go to here, debit cash, 5,600. Okay, so what make us debit cash here, do posting? Because of sales. So the reason is 5th of March because of sales, so I have done posting for this one. Okay, and next, debit purchases, we don't need to worry about that. However, here, look at this. Debit bank, 4,600. Here, debit bank, 4,600. Okay, same dates, 5th of March. Why we debit bank? Because of cash. So I put cash. All right, I just do posting step by step. So that I have done this debit cash. I have done this debit bank. Now I need to credit cash 5,600. Credit cash means we pay cash, so therefore we have less cash. But be very, very careful. What makes us credit cash? Because of purchases here and bank here. So this is the new posting. So when I credit cash here, I don't credit 5,600. I have to split this 5,600 into 1,000 for purchases and then 4,600. So in order to give my description here, and the date is on 5th of March, reason because of purchases and bank. All right, so be very careful about the technique for posting here. So if you put these two together, how much is the total? The total is exactly 5,600. Okay, now be very careful. When we post this, we have to split this 5,600 into two things in order to give clearly the description for this 1,000 because of purchases and 4,600 for bank. Very good. Okay, so next we have 11th. Look at this question. Settle a supplier's outstanding account. So that means this is supplier. We have to pay money to supplier. Again, since there is 5% cash discount, let us do that step by step again. So here is the transaction on 11. So we pay money to supplier by check, so credit bank. All right, so since there is 5% cash discount, we don't pay 5%, we don't pay 100%, we only pay 95%, and then we pay money to creditor, and creditor is trade payable, and how much we owe money to creditor, which is 3,000. Okay, so obviously you can see which side is smaller, credit side smaller, so credit 5% here, and which is discount received. Remember this. Okay, so we learned this in the previous lesson. Okay, so how much is that? So 3,000. So that would be 3,000 times 0.5. So 150, and 3,000 minus 150, and that will be 2,850. Okay, all right, so let's do posting. So here is the posting. Credit bank. So we that means we pay check. We have less money, right? And there is trade discount, and this is 150, and the date is on 11th of March, and the reason is trade payable. Okay, done.